everyone, and welcome back to another video. So this one is kind of an idea I've been thinking of for a while. I just wasn't sure when or if I was going to do it with you guys or if I was just going to do it on my own, off camera, but I thought why not? This is kind of, we've done videos like this in the past, so I thought why not take you along with me? We've got this huge project coming up soon. Don't want to spoil any of it because then it'd be spoiled then obviously, wouldn't it? So we've been getting stuff ready and just preparing for said project, and I just wanted to test something out that I think could be something I could potentially use. All very vague stuff, isn't it? But yes. It's not something I've just recently purchased. I purchased this quite a few years ago, but I haven't used it in a while. I kind of use it every now and again, but why don't I just show you the thing and then I'll show you what I mean. So, this bad boy I bought as a gift for myself a few years ago for no particular reason. I've been researching into stuff like this for a while before I bought it. I just wanted to make sure I bought the right one. There's so many different versions of them and brands and blah 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 blah. Here's the big bad boy. So this is a Fujifilm Instax SQ10, which I think means square 10, as you can tell by the shape. But yes, it's an Instax camera that prints out little Instax photos that you probably see, like little Polaroids. But obviously it's a different brand, Fujifilm. And the cool thing about this one and why I chose it is because it's a hybrid camera. And if you don't know what that means is, if you've seen the normal Polaroids, or you've got like, I think the most common Instax Fujifilm camera is the Instax 9, which is this big bulky camera that prints out kind of portrait looking Instax films. Basically, they only print once you've taken the photos. So you go ka-chink and it prints out whatever you've just taken. You can't see a preview of it. You can't see you can't say no, I don't want to print that because it's bad. Basically, what the hybrid does then, it has a little memory card in it, a little SD card that saves all your photos, and so then you've got this screen on the back. So you can preview your photos before you've taken them, and you can say, hey, that one's got weird stuff going on, or the lighting's bad, blah blah blah, and then you don't have to print it. You can choose to print it or not, or even if you like a photo, you can go, hey, I'm going to print like 5 of those. Don't know why you would. The film for these cameras are quite expensive, and it's kind of the other reason that I don't print with it as much or use it as much as I'd like to. So with this big project coming up, which is just around the corner nearly, I thought, why not give this bad boy a try again and kind of remember why I bought it in the first place. The other thing with it being a hybrid and why I don't take it out with me as much is because of its SD card. You can put photos on it manually without so you can take the SD card out, put it into a laptop, computer, iPad, whatever you've got, and transfer photos that maybe you've taken from your phone or a different camera, anything like that, and you can put it back onto this and print it. Some of them work, some of them don't. You just have to kind of experiment with that. I've found photos like that have been used on an app or something like that don't work. It has to be, I think, the original photo, but from what I've heard, they've updated this since I've used it, so that might have changed. So we'll have to see and find out. But due to the weather today, if you remember the video I did 2 weeks ago, I think it was super windy and the audio quality wasn't the best. So what I might do is take you along with me, do a little montage of all the places I've been and the photos I've taken, and then we'll come right back here, review the photos I've taken, and maybe, like I said, because the film is quite expensive, I might just print out one to show you guys kind of the quality the prints are and what have you, and maybe just the adjustments you have to make the photo a little closer to the original. I remember when I printed some stuff out, some things would appear darker or lighter depending on certain settings and what have you, but we'll find that out on the way, shall we? So yeah, stick around as we take some fabulous photos with the Fujifilm Instax. So sadly my plans for this week have kind of been a little bit of a letdown. I was planning to hopefully go out multiple times this week to different locations to take pictures with my Instax, but thanks to the rain, I did not get that opportunity to do so. I did manage to go out at least twice though, so I've got some footage of me going out and using the Instax. A lot less than I'd hoped, but I tried to take a few different shots with various levels of light and all that. It was quite fun to actually go out and take photos with this camera again. There is no zoom or anything on this camera in terms of when you're trying to take a photo, but there are various settings on the wheel below the screen that you can use after you've taken the photo, so I might show that later on when I'm going to print. But other than that, I tried just to get a few various photos with different variety, I guess, with whatever time I had. So here we are guys, we've finally done our photos. I took a lot less than I kind of anticipated myself taking, only because the weather obviously hasn't been the greatest this week and my plan was to go out a few days this week and yeah, thanks rain. But anyway, as you can see, here are the photos I've taken. I thought I'd just record my screen and show you this way on my computer because it's easier and it shows up a lot nicer. But I tried taking photos during different levels of light, if that makes sense. So the first one here, I kind of took it undercover-ish, but primarily pointing at the light. Took a few of them just to make sure, you know, if there's any differences, and as you can see I pointed more into the shadow with this one, so the light levels changed. So you can see the difference there. But when this prints then, you might want to tone down the brightness. Oh, that's a lovely camera. See, this is a weird one where the light has just absolutely exploded on the left there for some reason. But this is a really nice shot. It's just one of those ones where if I print it, it might look a bit strange, but I'll see which one's my favourite and print it out, and then I can show you guys what I mean by comparing the original to the print. That's a quite nice one as well, actually. Sneak peek at the little otter that we saw. I don't know if you can see him, he's right in there. And then the other one that I managed to get out and do was during fireworks. So this is where there's no light at all, because obviously it's during the night, but the only light source is the fireworks then. I found the Instax really did struggle during this point trying to search. I think it searches for light sources and then takes a photo, so it took a while for the photos to actually take. Some of them are a bit meh, as you can see, but some I got quite good. That's quite a nice one, very clear. If I'd taken it maybe 2 seconds before, it would have got the actual fireworks. There is one I noticed when I was taking photos that is quite bizarre compared to the rest, and it's... Ooh, that's a nice one, that's clear. This one, I don't know what happened, but I tried to take a picture of a firework and it kind of just looks like a galaxy of stars. So probably not something you would have got off your phone or anything. This is just a mistake type thing, but that's one thing I like about the Instax. You could take a photo and it could look completely different from what you were actually taking, and it's like a little accident. Which one should I print? I kind of want to take one of the nice ones here, and one of these. I really want to see what these turn out like, more specifically this one, because you can actually kind of see some of the blue in the sky, but I don't know if that will translate to print. So here's the camera on. To get your photos, there's a little button just down here that you can press, which then shows you all the photos you've taken, and you can scroll through them. There are a few other buttons. Some change the various filters that you can have on it. I don't usually use that just because I like the way the photos look already. I think another one is vignette. So you can add a vignette to the outside of your picture, I believe. That one doesn't show well on dark photos, as you can see. And then I believe the other one is actually the brightness. But it's not working well on this one, so if I go over to an actual... Should I go to the one that I plan on printing? That one, probably. So... yeah, there you go, look. So that kind of changes the brightness. I don't know how well you can see it on the GoPro. So I'll probably dim it down a little bit so it gets all the colour. Now how you scroll in is with the little scroll wheel, so you can print out like this if you wanted to, or obviously you can do the original size, but I think I'm going to print this one, and the way you do it is there's a little tiny green button at the bottom, so you press the print button and it says, would you like to print? And you're like, yes please, and then it does probably the cutest thing I've ever seen, the little animation of it printing, and then voila. So you can see it's white currently, but don't worry, in a few minutes the picture will appear right before your very eyes. You can see it's already happening now actually. So here's kind of the final print. It's not the way that I kind of imagined it would have, considering the preview on the Instax camera, but hey, like I said, you have to play around with some of these things. Some of them work, some of them don't, and I think that's why I kind of don't use it as often as I'd like it to. It doesn't print like it shows in the preview, but maybe if I played around with the lighting a bit more, it would come out exactly like the photo, but here's how it printed. I don't know, you tell me what I did wrong. Maybe I'm just missing something from the camera, but anyway, thank you for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed. I wish this was a little longer, but you know winter's around the corner when it starts to rain. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below or whatever you'd like. I always say leave a comment, but I never think what to put. Maybe put what your favourite camera is and why. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next Monday for another adventure, hopefully. Bye bye!